I'm going to teach you how to build your tattoo portfolio to get an apprenticeship. Before we get caught up in the artwork, I think it's important to consider the mindset and the presentation going into meeting tattoo studios. I've hired an apprentice before purely off of his presentation and his willingness to learn and want to know how to do things the right way. So even though his artwork wasn't great, his attitude and his presentation made me believe that he was going to be someone that was worth investing my time into. So don't forget about finding yourself a nice portfolio to present your artwork in, a nice leather portfolio, something that looks professional. When it comes to the artwork itself, you want to think about good variety, a good variety in the subject matter, the styles, the tools that you're using, pencil, pen, watercolor, whatever it is. You obviously want to do a lot of things that you're strong at, but it's also valuable doing a few things that you're not very good at, just to show your potential mentor, I'm willing to try certain things. I know why I'm not good at certain things, and I know why I am good at things. You see, if you're only willing to do the few things that you like, you appear to be not very teachable and don't appear to be someone who wants to adapt and learn. At least if you're doing a variety of things, I know that you're willing to try things out, which means that you're a little bit more teachable. So obviously I would do the things that I like the most and put them at the beginning of my portfolio. I want to show off the things that I enjoy the most, show off the things that I'm the best at. For example, in my portfolio, the thing that I enjoyed the most was pencil realism, especially portraits and things like that. So throughout my college experience, I did a bunch of pencil drawings for college, and I got my apprenticeship just after that. So when I built my portfolio, a lot of my portfolio was pencil drawings that I was doing from college. And then all of the other styles I did after that were directly made for my portfolio. So they were a bit more like flash designs, things like Japanese. I liked Japanese artwork, so I made that into flash style designs. But everything was quite well organized. So everything that was pencil realism was put at the front in order. And then once you flipped over and went to Japanese, you were on Japanese, similar to like chapters in a book. So my portfolio was organized with pencil realism, color Japanese I did in color pencil on different types of paper. And I also experimented with like watercolor pencils, like pro markers and things like that. I would get watercolor paper and I would do flash sheets of Japanese in all sorts of different mediums and styles, but all of it was color, and I tried to make it as unique as possible, putting my touch on it. I was influenced by particular artists, but I also wanted to put my own little unique touch on it as well. During these times, just before my apprenticeship, I was designing a lot of tattoos for my friends, so naturally I was getting designs done and putting them on paper. And I wanted them all to be as perfect as I could do them. I wanted to do them perfectly, like they were going to go on a flash sheet in a tattoo studio being picked off of the wall by clients. So I presented all of my designs that way. My friends would go and take the designs to different studios and tell them my friend designed it. And then all of those designs would go into my portfolio. So it gave me variety, it gave me loads of designs. I was doing them with purpose because I was doing the designs for people. And it was just overall a win-win. It was a good experience and I got good results from it to contribute towards my portfolio. So after the organized section of my portfolio, towards the end, I would have just kind of put a mix and match of all of the different drawings and designs that I had done. So they might not have been done for the portfolio, but it might have just been a sketch or a drawing that I did that I really liked the look of and I wanted to put it in the portfolio. Make a whole chapter at the end, which is just a mix and match for whatever reason. If I could do things a little bit differently now, if I had to make a new portfolio all over again, I would do everything the same way, the way that I've just explained to you. But what I would do is potentially add different notes and write things about myself and the artwork, what I liked about the artwork, what I like about that style, maybe the tradition of the style. I was really into Japanese mythology. Maybe I could have written more about that in my portfolio, and it would have showed all of the studios and artists that I was approaching that I'm a little bit more invested, I'm a bit more passionate, I really care and want to know about this stuff. So if you have anything in you that you want to share, don't hold back. Feel free to put that in your portfolio. It's good to see passion if you have it. So don't hold back and feel free to put that in your portfolio. So they are all things that I did when I got my apprenticeship in 2011, and those are things that would still work today. Because we've got a lot more resources to play with nowadays, there are extra things that you can do today which weren't available to me in 2011. First of all, we obviously have social media. You can post all of your artwork on various different social media platforms. The fact that we've got hashtags, the fact that we can tag people and tag our location, these are extra things that you can do to be found by people in your area. Your portfolio isn't necessarily just about getting an apprenticeship, but it's also about finding clients once you have an apprenticeship or once you begin working. Like I said, at the beginning of your portfolio, you want it to be things that you really enjoy doing, the things that you want to do a lot of. When your potential clients decide that they want to get a tattoo and they're looking for inspiration, if you've got designs that you enjoy ready to go and they're posted on your social media, you're going to be much easier to find and much easier to approach. Social media is also a time for you to be able to share your process, the way that you draw, the way that you create your artwork. This is a chance to maybe do a time lapse, do a voiceover, share something about yourself and your process. Think about it from the perspective of a potential client or a potential artist that is going to mentor you. What are the things that you want to share about yourself? This is a great opportunity and a time to create that. Like I said, if that was me, if I was drawing a dragon koi, I might share a time lapse of me drawing it and share something about the mythology that I like and that I know about it. That would be a great piece of content, and it shows my potential mentor and clients I love Japanese, I'm good at it, and I know about it as well. On social media, I would put my name, I would put the city that I'm working in, and I would also do the style. So if you want to specialize in fine line, black and gray work, and you're in Bristol, where I am, I would put Crook, Bristol, UK, fine line tattooing. Anyone that's searching for fine line tattooing in the Bristol area, I'm gonna be much more easier to find now that I've put those things in my social media bio. And as well as social media, if you can build yourself a website, it's really not that difficult. There's loads of different platforms for you to be able to do it. Having a website means that you don't just rely on social media. Things happen with social media, accounts get deleted, they get hacked. Clients can find you through the website, they can subscribe to you, they can book in through contact forms. It's a way of gaining access to your clients and retaining them and never losing them. And then the last thing that you can do is create QR codes for your social media accounts and your website. If you put this QR code at the front of your portfolio, then it's going to show your clients and your potential mentor that you've got all of these different avenues to find yourself on, and you're making yourself look much more professional.